Hey everyone, what's up? We're back with some more Dark Souls, and it's time to go to the Duke's Archives. So I just came back to Firelink after defeating Dark Sun Gwendolyn, just to rest up, get my 20 Estus back, and we want to warp to Anor Londo. Now I've made the executive decision to...
So it was you, was it? How dare you produce a blade upon a deity? How did you ever get this far? I shall end your suffering here and now. It is the least that I can do.
Never mind, I was about to say I've made an executive decision to kill the Firekeeper in Anor Londo because I don't need them anymore, but apparently they want to kill me first. Not exactly hard to defeat, really.
But how? This man is a threat, Master Gwendolyn.
And we can pick up the Firekeeper soul. Of course, that means that the bonfire is now unrestable, since the Firekeeper is now dead. But it matters not, as there is a bonfire right at the beginning of the Duke's Archives. So to get to the Duke's Archives, you remember when we placed the Lord Vessel, you saw all the golden fog gates disappear. Well, one of them is just round this corner. So the burning of that nearly killed him. But a single hit from my lightning halberd does. Okay, that clears the one guard in my way. Head up the couple of flights of stairs. And here is the entrance to the Duke's Archives. Now, if you're a sorcerer, what you want to do is, you'll remember Big Hat Logan, who's sat next to his apprentice in Firelink Shrine. You want to get your sorcery and your intelligence to 15. That will exhaust his dialogue, and he will then move to the Duke's Archives where you can progress his quest. Unfortunately, I can't do that, as A, I'm a pyromancer, and B, I don't have 15 intelligence, but if you're a sorcerer, that's something you might want to keep an eye on. Now you can see we've got these guys again. These boars, and there's two of them that get in our way, but thankfully pyromancy does significant damage against them. Now you want to watch out in their backs because they do a mule kick, which hurts like a motherfucker. Oh, and I actually got a Fangboar helm. So there's not many of these enemies in the game. I think there's only 3. So there's the one in the Undead Parish, and there's 2 here, and I think that's it for the boars. You can see, you can hear it snarling, you can see the shadow of it, but it's no issue for us. They swing quite wildly at you, but when you've got pyromancy like I do, you can just go nuts. So walk in the park. We've probably got to, of course we've got to, yeah. And here we are, we're inside the archives. As I mentioned, handily little bonfire at the very beginning, which is very nice of them to do. I may as well actually level up twice if I want to. Okay, we'll get our bit to 40. May as well make use of those souls. I'm going to pull this lever and it's going to take us up to the first floor. Now I think there's a channeler in here, and I really dislike these guys. There's a trap. Is it a trap? Yeah, here he is. I knew there was a trap in here. You just gotta watch out for the archer that's constantly aiming at you. Whoa, whoa, man, chill. Early time to use an Estus. It's a good thing I've got 20, isn't it? Yeah, there's the channeler. God, these are giving me a tough time. Oh my god. Okay, maybe time for... Okay, maybe not. Wow, they hit me hard. They do use crystal weapons, but still. Now you see this fellow. You want to kill this guy, especially if you've got the Prepare to Die DLC. He does not attack you unless attacked, but he drops the broken pendant, which allows access into the DLC area. It's not tough. Strafe around him, there we go, the broken pendant. So if we have a look at that, it's in the keys, and there it is, the broken pendant. The vine appears to originate from Ulasil, and that is how you get into the DLC area. Okay, there's that arsehole. You want to try and get to him and hit him as soon as you can, ideally. And I've actually killed him. Normally he teleports away. He normally teleports to the top of those flight of stairs. But we seem to have aggroed all of these crystal enemies. They came out running after us. So it makes this area a little bit more easy to navigate. If you've got a long thrusting weapon like I do, they tend to let their guard down quite often, these enemies. We can get around and backstab you or kill them in one hit. Just the soul of a brave warrior. And we've got two of these damn archers. There's three, isn't there? Yeah, there's another one behind me. No, you don't. You hit me with enough arrows today. Now that's up, and that is where we need to go. Just gonna double check around, because there's normally items in chests that are on the edge of these areas, and there is one here. Now, again, this is an area where you do want to watch out for mimics, because mimics do return. And there's a twinkling titanite, and there is another chest over there. Now you can see that chest there. You'd be thinking, how on earth do I get to that? The one on top of the end of the bookcase. Well, that is Avalyn. And it's a very special and strong crossbow which fires 3 bolts at a time. So if you're a hunter or ranger, that's going to be possibly a must-get item for you. But it's not until way later when you can actually pick it up, because there's going to be changing staircases way above us, and you have to jump off it whilst it's moving. It's quite difficult to do. But if you time it right, you get a very nice reward for it. We're not going to be going for that item, because I am not obviously using any crossbows. Watch out for the trap. Another twinkling titanite. And these guys drop the crystal straight sword. I believe they drop the crystal shields as well. So the crystal stuff again is quite unique. Let's have a look at the crystal straight sword. There we go. So it's got quite nice physical skills, C to C with strength and dexterity. Now, I've got 2 more of these guys that stand in our way. Now I think this is Mimic number 1. It is Mimic number 1. Oh, it's been a while, hasn't it, Mimics? Get out of here. And he drops the Crystal Knight Shield, something that is completely useless to us right now. We've got far superior shields to equip. So you want to head back around here once killing all your enemies and picking up all the items, and proceed to level 2. Now, you will die here, because we are about to encounter the next Lord Soul. And this is Seath, and it's an unavoidable death. So what you want to do, this is the most important part of the game, to equip your rare Ring of Sacrifice. Now, I've not used any of my Rings of Sacrifice, so I've got 2, and I've got my rare Ring of Sacrifice as well. But what that does is it nullifies Curse, and Seath will curse you if given the chance and you stand in his attacks long enough. But thinking of things, we probably want the best curse resistance gear on that is possible, which is probably going to be this crimson stuff. It is the crimson stuff, so we're set and ready. And I'm not going to heal, because the object of this area is to die as fast as possible. Forgot about you. Fight an NPC along your way, it gives us 3,000, that's just a random warrior. And keep your eyes open, because there it is! There's a crystal lizard on here. Once you get to the top, you can see the ice and crystal is just surrounding the whole area. We head through. And there is Seath. Again, the object of this is to die as fast as possible, but we do not want to get cursed. Thankfully, I'm already on half health, and you can see my curse resistant gear is stopping that bar from going up a lot. It's really confused me the first time I entered this area, because I was thinking, what have I done wrong? It's unbeatable, because if you damage Seath, he just heals. Well, that's worked out nice for me. There we go, rare Ring of Sacrifice shattered, so I keep my humanity, and I keep my souls. And we're right next to a bonfire, and now we are deep inside the Duke's archives. So we want to get our Chloranthy ring back on. And you can see we're locked in a cell. And we've got these serpent enemies once again. But what you got to do? Hit him, he dies. And nick the tower cell key off him. And that's how you escape. And we've got these scary looking creatures up next. I always forget what they're bloody called. But these serpents just leg it. They're scared of these mobs. So they just run to get the hell out of here, because these guys are on their way up. They are after us. Now they do a grab attack, as you would imagine, being they look like squid kind of creatures. Now they're not as tough as they look, they are quite weak, so don't be scared by them. They're pretty intimidating looking, but once you get up close to them, that's the grab attack that they keep on trying to do. But they also have quite a high chance to drop humanity. which we've just got 2 off from there. I think that's that. Oh no, the rest are coming slowly. But it's that chiming sound that keeps them on the move. Once we can turn that off, they will go back down into the summit of this bit. You can see there's other things besides us that were locked in some of these chambers. This was our room, which we were in with the bonfire. Knock off these 3 just to clear out our little room. Have these made the way up yet? I think no, they're hanging around down there, aren't they? That's where we get out when we take that ladder, but we want to go down first and open up all these cells. Now at the beginning of the last episode, remember we spoke to Rhea, so she will have now been captured by a channeler and should be moved into one of these cells. Now I just thought to myself, Rhea might not have spawned in one of these cells yet because I hadn't rebooted the game since we last spoke to her. So I just quickly rested up at a bonfire and reloaded. You can actually hear that chiming noise is actually gone now, so all of those creatures are going to be back down in their cell, and I'm sure I think this is her here. Is this one? Nope, not in this one. So we might find that Petrus has actually killed her. Again, I've never really progressed her story to the very end before. So if it happens this time, it will be a first for me. Just got to keep opening up these cells here, clearing out these crystal mobs. There's the prison extra key, which we're going to need soon. So we want to head down to the very bottom. You can see just in here, yeah, there they are. All those bloody mobs. Now we're not going to head in there right now because we're going to drop down on top where that chiming device is, and you can see from here there's a few serpent guards at it already. The way to go about it is quite a tricky fall, because if you slightly catch the edge, you might pay for it. That's what the extra key opens. Gives you a large soul of a brave warrior. I thought it might have been that cell, actually, that Rhea was sent to. Okay, so I've just cut this bit back in. I realised my mistake with Rhea. I forgot to actually buy the divine blessings, so along with the miracles, you do need to buy everything from her and exhaust all of her inventory. Then I left the undead parish, came back, she was gone. Now I've just put this little section back in just to keep it flowing a little bit better. So Rhea should be in one of these next 2 cells, and there will end her quest line. There she is. Oh, Rhea. She's been kidnapped. Now she is hollow. I don't want to have to do this. She should chase me out onto here. So unfortunately there's no way to save her, no matter what you do. Both of the ends of the questline will end in her death, whether it be the hands of Petrus or if she goes hollow. And remember, she asks you to finish her off if she does turn in hollow. And that's what we're going to have to do. I'm sorry to do this, Rhea. She's 7 humanity and an ivory talisman. So that's a shame, but ending her story, I suppose there's one good thing. You do get a shit ton of humanity from completing it. And you obviously get her unique talisman, but that's of no use to me. And we've lost a innocent NPC to the hands of Seath's guardians. So we're going to make the bastard pay. Okay, we'll cut back to normal. So the way to go is to come back all the way to the top of this winding staircase and take this ladder up. Now this is the way we need to go to get out, but you can see already there's an item there. And we have... great. Ow. And they're kicking us in the head to come and get us. So I knock off them two, who are inconveniencing us by being in the way. Take this long ass ladder up to the top. Okay, it's locked. So we need to pick up that key a little bit later. And it's remembering, right, this is what you need to be wary of. You can see to the right, if you knock that, you will miss the fall below. I'm just going to take an Estus just in case. I think you do survive this fall, but you want to walk off the end. That's it. So you avoid the one above us and land on this, because that allows you to come in here. Grab the Maiden set, the White Saint's Ring. The White Saint's Ring, I believe it grants additional attunement slots. If my memory serves me correct, there we go, the White Saint's Ring grants additional attunement slots. So if I use that, I could use more Pyromancy if I wanted to. So we've got that, and we could drop down now if we wanted, and that is where we originated in this place. So if we drop down, we're not going to rest up and reset these mobs. Just going to drink. Just got to remind myself, you can fall onto this below us. Oh Christ, it's near, isn't it? I was having a look around, I've just gone in all the cells, and it's in bloody this one. That extra key that we got, it opens up this door. I knew there was a drop down somewhere, and that's it. So you just want to walk off here. Collect another soul of a brave warrior, and then if we run round, you can see the drop down. We are right above this chiming device. Now be wary, as soon as you drop off, you're going to have 3 of these serpent guards on you, so I'm going to use my pyromancy for these chaps. And there's a mage at the back as well, so keep an eye. Thankfully I've blocked off that mage's spell there. I sent those corpses flying. And this bitch can get a backstab if it can get round. No, maybe not. Dead either way. So you kill these 3. and that will allow you to grab the Archive Tower giant door key, which opens up the room at the very top of this place. Now, since I relogged, it turned this off, so if you press it again, it turns the bloody thing on. But believe me, you want this thing turned off for this place, because you can see all them start to flying up there, which is annoying as hell. But this plays through the whole of the Duke's Archives if you don't turn it off. But as soon as you turn it off, you can see they're heading all straight back down. They don't like it. They don't like coming out of their cell when there's no music playing. There we go. Now, contrary to what they look, these things are hostile. Oh, I'm getting backstabbed by one. Hello. Thought I killed you. If you've got any range on them, you may as well. They're not that tough again. You can take them out pretty easily if you just give them 2 jabs. These two are a bit more tough. And they also guarantee a 100% drop of 2 miracles. You can see they survived that then. So there's the first miracle, Soothing Sunlight. And the second one, Bountiful Sunlight. And one from Drop to Humanity. Now that is interesting. I did not know that. I was sure only Big Hat Logan progressed if you actually had the required intelligence, but hey, there we go. Learned something new. Looks like he's here anyway. He's got himself in a bit of a predicament. That at the back is another Firekeeper soul, and it's the last one that we're really going to be getting. So let's have a chat to Logan and see how he got here.
Hello again. What a chance meeting this is. Alas, I'm imprisoned once again. I don't suppose you could stage me a getaway. The Archives. Such a storehouse of knowledge. So close, but just out of reach. The thought offends me so. I could simply die. As a student of the arts, you understand me, eh? Hello again. The thought of... As a student of...
As we can see, it's locked and the key is a long time later. So sorry Logan, we're going to have to try and rescue you a bit later on. And that's it for all the mobs in this little area. We're going to rest up at the bonfire to get our health and rejuvenate all of our pyromancies. But we're not going to be coming back down here. I probably will come back before the episode's end actually, because I do want that Firekeeper soul. But yeah, Big Hat Logan's here. I didn't actually think he would have progressed this far. I thought it was you had to have had 15 intelligence to get him to come here. But what do you know? But we've got the giant door key now, which opens that at the top of those ladders. So we're going to head up there as soon, wrong cell, as soon as we have rested up. Rest up. The serpent guy's probably going to be hostile now since there's no spell chiming, which is unfortunate. Take out these two. Well then I've got aggro or something. It's probably those crystal guys underneath the staircase. Watch out for this guy who's ready to trap you. There's an archer as well that's trying to bombard us with arrows. And that down there is the Crystal Caves where Seath lies within. And there's another trap there. Just be careful. They're easy enough to strafe around and just get backstabbing. So by now you should have a weapon with comparable power to the one I have now. Run right left here and get this fucking channeler as soon as you can. Got him. There is another one, it's just there. You can hit us from here, so be careful. Fuck you, channeler. Kick him in the head as I go past. You just want to leg it as fast as you can, get out of that guy's range. And there's another trap. These things seem to be just made for to trap you in this game. Always hidden just to the side of a fucking corridor, just to try and get the jump on you. I don't think there's an item at the end of here. Nope. Now this is where we can change the staircase. And when you're changing it, like I say, you have to jump off midway and time it literally perfect. You can see... The fuck? Where'd that come from? Well, you can see on the top of the bookcase at the bottom is Avalon. So it's a hell of a long drop. And a short stop if you miss it. There's archer number 1, I guess archer number 2. There's the one that hit me. Like an asshole. You hit that, can I hit you? Really? No, that had to have hit him, I'm sorry. Further up? Sod it. Gonna have to be the old-fashioned way. Kicking his ass in close quarters. So you turn this wheel, and that is where you have to jump off like there. Perfect timing to go and get Avalon if you want it. Die. I've got another archer. No, you don't. Now, before we race off, there are another couple of chests. I don't think there's one on this side. There's not. It's always best just to check, because there's a lot of backtracking to get a lot of items in this area. Yeah, it's there, and there's just one to the right. But changing the staircase this side allows us to go to the other side, and then we change the staircase on that side, it will allow us to get the channeler who is shooting at us. So that's another twinkling titanite in this area. Like I say, twinkling titanite shouldn't be that hard to get nowadays. You can buy it from the giant blacksmith for 8,000 a piece if you're struggling. And that's how I upgraded my Crimson set to all +5. So if you're lacking souls, which you shouldn't be, really, souls aren't that hard to come by, I am more than enough capable of completing the game with the level that I'm at now, level 74, and you can complete the game, you can probably complete the game like level 10 if you're that good, but you do not need to be an ultra high level to complete Dark Souls. That's the final channeler dead. There's no item around this side. But you do have to make that drop down, because we need to change the positioning of that again in a second. This might be a mimic. Okay, it's not. Okay, so that's the Sorcery Strong Magic Shield. Sounds quite good, that, actually, for a sorcerer build. Never actually used it. Fog walls there. We do need to change this. I'm just going to head through this fog wall. It's not a fog wall, it's just the light. Fuck you, game. I was thinking that why to a fog wall there. It's not for a long time we should be running into our final fog wall of this area. That's in Seath. Or at least to unlock the crystal caves. Which is probably that one, actually. What's a chest that side? And there's not one on this side. There's an archer to my left. He's not shooting at me. Well, I should be able to reach him with a great fireball. Yep, we got him. So now if we take this long ladder, we arrive at the ground floor of the Duke's Archives library. Opens up the area next. We want to head inside here, and this is Mimic Land. There's a blue Titanite shard in this first chest. The Crystal Ember is in this next section, along with plenty of mimics. That's the Channeler's set. This is the cell key, which we need to save Logan. That's a mimic. Oh, I always remember this mimic. I think this one actually got me once because there were so many like chests around. I just didn't think. I was just opening them all giddy, and this one ended up eating my face. So don't do that. Oh, it's gave me the symbol of Aravice. Now, the enchanted falchion is a 100% drop. So anybody that's looking for an enchanted weapon does want that. But that's a very unique helmet, that one. There it is. So if you toggle the display of it, wearing this slightly raises your soul absorption and item discovery, but you take damage the longer you have it on. Now, don't miss out on this. It's mean. Very, very mean that ember is in here. Look, you come in, shrouded in darkness, but this is the Crystal Ember. Just hidden off the beaten path. See, there's two ways to get to it, so I'll just give you a couple of hints. And pulling this will pull this staircase down. This allows us to... that leads into the crystal caves. A place where we will not be going for a while. And this is the final chest. This gives us 20 prism stones. Because we're going to be needing them for the crystal caves. I can remember the rough outline, but it's still a bit unnerving. You'll see why when we get there. But it's a big area, this Duke's Archives. Very big area. There's a couple more of these crystal guards around, just over there at the end of the table. But if I switch to this... symbol of... oh, what the fuck? And there's an archer shooting at me. Awesome. Excuse me, Archer, I was trying to show off the symbol of Aravice. Which if I put on, does that. Ah! Scary looking helmet. And that increases your item discovery slightly, but look at my health. Just look at it. So you do lose HP while you've got this on. So you do want to keep an eye out. I remember putting this on for the first time and I didn't know it drained your health, and the next time I checked my HP it was like a sliver left and I was just able to save myself. So let's get rid of this hideous thing. And we're at the bonfire. Ow. Not nice, Archer. Not nice. So we can level up some more if we want to. We could get our strength up, our dex up. But it's probably just going to be, I think I'll put another into endurance. So level 75. And now we're going to make a quick trip back to save Logan and get that Firekeeper sword. Then we're going to walk back to this bonfire, and that will do us for the Duke's Archives. Because after that it's the Crystal Caves, Seath, and then my actual worst area in the game, Lost Izalith and the Demon Ruins. Absolutely despise that area. We want to head here. The channelers do respawn in this area, so watch yourself. Dispose of him. I'm going to have a lot of these crystal enemies on my ass in a second. Where they are now. Another one. Get off me. And here we are. So soothing when that music isn't playing. It's very loud and plays through the whole of the Duke's Archives if you don't turn it off. Now don't rest up at that bonfire, because we want to be homeward boning back to... Ow, that's not fair. That's a cheap shot, mate. Survived 2 shots. Impressive. This guy would have aggroed, so I may as well take him out. So we're heading down just to go and free Logan. So I do think, yes, they do all respawn the squid creature things, and we've probably got a crystal guy behind us that I can see moving, but he doesn't seem to be following me, so that's okay. Let's use all of our pyromancy. See all the humanity that they drop. So how many we got? 2 from these. That's 1 and 2. Yeah, 2. So that's 2 humanity both times. But yes, in that very end library bit, that was where we got the cell key. So if we come back here, open it up, and here's Logan.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm saved. That makes twice. I must be sure to repay you. I will visit the archives. If I discover any new spells, I shall share them with you. Prepare to be impressed by the onward march of sorcery. Hello. Don't mind me. Go on ahead. I'll head out soon. I wish to lay down my plans before I visit the archives. Hello.
Very well spoken, isn't he, Master Logan? But you want to come over here and grab this Firekeeper Soul. And then once we've done that, we can homeward borne back to the previous bonfire. And that is the Duke's Archives completed. So the next up is the Crystal Caves and the next boss lord in Seath. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you there.